Well, hello, first grade. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. So normally when you see me, it's either for phonics or for Mega Zoom on Friday. Well, it's neither one today. It's not phonics. It's certainly not Friday, although it would be awesome if it was, but it's not. We're going to do something a little bit new starting this week. On Wednesdays, we are going to have Word Work Wednesdays. Doesn't that sound exciting? Word Work Wednesdays. Say it with me. Word Work Wednesdays. It's even fun to say. You're going to love it. So we are going to kind of stick this lesson in the middle of each week just to get some word work practice in addition to what we're learning in phonics. So here's what I'm going to need you to do. You need to grab a whiteboard and a marker and an eraser or whatever it is that you use to write with and erase with. Go ahead and pause, grab those materials. You will always need them for Wednesdays. I will not always give you the chance to gather them. Go ahead and get them right now. Okay, so we're back. So here's how Word Work Wednesday is going to work. Oh, by the way, Rashid has to join us, of course. Just his picture. He's still off working on that project, but I thought I'd include him on Word Work Wednesday. I feel like I should have a theme song. I'll have to work on coming up with one. All right, so the very first thing I need you to do is write these letters across the top of your board. Okay? Left to right, space them out. Just write them across the top of your board. You'll also be able to see them on the screen. So if your teacher would prefer for you not to write them across the top, that's fine too. I'm going to give you a moment to just copy those down. Okay, welcome back. Again, it doesn't matter to me if you write them across the top of your board or not. Some kiddos don't like to look back and forth between the board and their board, the board, and their whiteboard. Do you see what I'm saying? And so I like to make it easier if you want to write it across your own whiteboard so you don't have to look back and forth. But these are the letters that we're going to be working with today. And we are also going to be working on two things. We're going to be working on the EA vowel team, like in the word eat. We're also going to be working on long A with a silent E at the end because we see these words and these letters together quite a bit. And sometimes, believe it or not, our brains can get kind of mixed up about which is which. So I'm going to teach you how to do this today. I may go too fast since this is my first time and your first time. So you may need to pause periodically. That's fine. It's perfectly fine to pause. It's hard for me to guess at how long you're going to need. So I'm just going to keep going and you can pause whenever you need to. And your teachers will let me know if I went too fast, too slow, or if it was just right. They'll let me know. Trust me, those teachers, they're going to tell me. All right, so the first thing I want you to do today is using the letters at the top of your board. I want you to make the word ate. I ate a salad for lunch, not the number 8. I ate a salad for lunch. Okay, go ahead and take a moment and do that. And then I'm going to show you that word. You may want to pause until everybody has it written down. All right. Is this the word that you made? Yes, I hope it is. If it isn't, go ahead and fix it. This is the word ate. And if you remember when we studied, gosh, it was a while ago, the case of the mysterious silent E, we know that a silent E at the end usually makes that first vowel say its long sound, just like it does in ate. Now, I want you to leave ate just like it is, but I want you to add one letter. And I want you to change ate into mate. Sometimes when you play a game called chess, you have a checkmate. How do you make mate? The first thing you have to ask yourself is, do I hear that sound change at the beginning, the middle, or the ending of words? So mate, what do you think? Go ahead and pause if you need to. All right, if we add an M at the beginning of mate, of M at the beginning of ate, we get the word mate. And I always like to break these words apart just to practice reading them broken. Ate. And then I like to put it back together, crash all those parts together, mate. Excellent. Now, here's the next trick. Using exactly these 4 letters, M-A-T-E, only these 4, none of the others. Can you change the word mate into meat? Hamburger is a type of meat. Can you change mate into meat? Say them slowly, figure out where the changes are, and then go make the changes. Pause when you need to. Meat. Well, I hear M. Eat. Well, hey, that's a snap word. E. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, come on. There we go. Eat is a snap word. And when I put M at the beginning of eat, I get meat. Let's read this word broken apart. Eat. Let's crash these parts together. Meat. Okay, did you get that one? It's tricky, right? You'll get the hang of it. The next thing I want you to do is take the word meat. You're going to change one letter. Change meat into heat. In the summer, there's a lot of heat. Change meat into heat. So I hear that change at the very beginning of the word. So I'm going to take away the M. Heat. I hear an H. There we go. Heat. We're going to break it apart and read it broken with the beginning sound broken off. Eat. Put it back together. We're going to crash those parts like Mrs. Miller taught us. Heat. Okay, good. Now here's the trick again. I want you to use these exact 4 letters, and I want you to change the word heat into hate. I hate asparagus. Hate. Shouldn't hate anything. But take these 4 letters and turn them around, switch them around, move them around, change heat into hate. Go ahead and pause. All right, so if I want to change heat into hate, I know that that 8 part that we've been working on, whoops, is A. There's the long A. Hate. I know I can't leave it at this because that's hat. If I put E on the end, that silent E makes the long A say, or I'm sorry, the letter A say its long name. Hate. Let's read it broken apart. 8. Now let's put it back and let's crash the parts together. Sorry guys, it's really hard to manipulate these. I wish I had magnetic letters, but I don't. Here we go. Hate. Good. Now, this one's a little trickier. I want you to change the word hate into a name. You ready for that? Change hate into Nate. Nate is often short for Nathan. Nate. And remember, you're going to have to use a capital letter. All right. Go ahead and pause. To change hate into Nate, I hear that change at the beginning. Hate, Nate. And I'm actually going to change this to a capital N. Now we have the word Nate. I'm going to break the word apart and read it broken. 8. I'm going to put it back together and crash the parts. Nate. Good. Now, I want you to use these 4 letters. No more. No other letters. Change the word Nate into neat. Change the word Nate into neat. I'm going to go ahead and make this N lowercase. It's not a name anymore. All right. Neat. Eat. I hear that eat part again. And I know that eat is a snap word, and it's E-A-T. I like to keep my classroom neat. Very good. All right, your next one is the word peat, not the name, not the name peat, but like it's a type of soil. It resembles a soil. That's why I had to pause the video. I had to go look it up to be sure I was right. But it's the word peat. Go ahead and pause and switch letters around as you need to. All right. Peat. Like I said, a type of soil, right? Let's read this word broken apart. Eat. Put it back together. Whoa. And you've got peat. Now I think this one's really tricky. I want you to take the word peat. You're not going to change or take away any letters. You're not even going to rearrange any letters. You're going to get one of these letters from the top, and I want you to change pleat into pleat. A pleat is a fold of fabric like in a skirt or in a pair of pants. Change pleat into pleat. Pleat. Well, to make pleat, I'm going to move the letter P over. Pull. I just recognize that blend like in play. And now I have the word pleat. Good. And so when I break this word apart, I'm going to break it with the blend. We're going to read pull, eat, pull, eat. And then when we put it back together, we have the word, whoopsies, well, maybe, we have the word pleat. Now, this is one of those tricky ones. We're going to use exactly these letters. No more. None from up here, just these. Change the word pleat into plate. Go ahead and pause and do that and then check back with me. Well, in plate, I still hear that pull blend, but I don't hear eat anymore. I hear ate. So I'm going to move this around and change it to plate. Is that what you did? Excellent. Now, I want you to take one letter away. You're not going to replace it. You're just going to take one and put it back on the top or just erase it, however you're doing it. I want you to change plate into late. I am running late on this video. Very, very late. Late. All right. Well, all we have to do to make late is take that letter P away. What? Pretty easy. All right. Now I want you to add a letter and change late into slate. Slate is a kind of rock, or it can even be like a chalkboard that you write on, a slate. How are you going to change that? Slate. Well, you've got that sl blend at the beginning. So to break that, we're going to slide these across. Slate. Let's read it pushed back together. This is why I'm running out of time. Slate. Excellent. Now, I am going to have you write a word where I have not given you the letters. They're not there. Okay? I want you to write the word, using what we've learned today, the word gate. Go ahead and pause and write the word. How many of you wrote G-A-T-E? Excellent. Gate. Yeah, it has that 8 part in it. Good. Now the next word I want you to write, and we're not going to be using the letters that are on the other side. This is just in your brain. I want you to write the word heat. In the summer, there's lots of heat. Actually, skip that. Skip that. We already wrote it. Treat. Ice cream in the summer is a treat. Go ahead and pause and write the word treat. All right. How many of you were able to figure out treat with that tr blend at the beginning and then eat to follow? Excellent. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this portion of Word Work Wednesday. We're going to do another portion in just a moment, but I'm running out of time on this video. So we're going to start a second video. You're still just going to need your whiteboard and your dry erase marker, but you can start with a clean board. So go ahead and erase and then meet me in the next video.